Hi viewers, sorry it's been a bit too long since my last video, just been way too busy. Anyway, today I'm going to show you another watch from GLYCINE, and this is a pretty new one. I think they've just brought it out, and it is a Quartz, but it's a really stunning chronograph. And this is the GL1043. It's part of their combat range, but it's not the combat sub. As you can see, this is not a dive watch, but it does share some similarities with the sub. I'm sure it's the same bracelet, similar case, same case back, which is a bit odd. But it is a really very smart watch. So I'll just run through the specs on this one. The case diameter on this is 43mm. The thickness is just 12mm, which is not bad for a chronograph. It is actually very slim, and the lug width is 22mm, lug to lug just over 50mm. And it also states that this does have a 200 meters water resistance, which is pretty impressive. And as I said, it is a quartz movement. This is powered by the Ronda 5040D. It does have a screw down crown. Nice pop to it, really nice, and a very smooth action. And what I like about this is the pushers. These are not dummy screws, they are proper screw down pushers. And obviously start stop. Slightly annoying that the second hand is dark blue, so pretty hard to see that against the blue dial. And then you just obviously press to stop, and the same old button to reset. And there you go. I like the red ring on the top pusher. Nice touch, and you've got the date in the 4 o'clock position. It's quite discreet actually, that date, and it's kind of reversed out. You've got the almost that vintage colour print on the date wheel there, and then the vintage style Lume pips all applied onto the dial. I really like the way they've done the sub dials. They're cut into the main dial and have a seal refinish to them with the dark blue print and the blue hands. Really nice texture on them. And the dial, the main part of the dial, the dark blue part, as you can see, has this sort of sand texture. Really good. And you've got the sort of chapter ring there in white, and quite a wide bezel insert there, which I'm pretty sure is an aluminium insert. And then the crystal is sapphire, anti-reflective as well. And you've got the screw down case back. I do really like the bracelet on the GLYCINE Combat range of sports watches. They're very solid, nice thickness, really good finishing on them, brushed all over, and just held together with the pin and collar system. But it's all very firm, no rattling at all. It's a good bracelet. The case is polished on the sides, as you can see, and you've got brushed polishing on the tops of the lugs there. But yeah, it's finished off really well. Very good build quality on this watch. And the best thing about this watch is the price. This is just, as I say, I've only just seen this recently. I think it is a brand new launch from GLYCINE, and Ashford.com are currently selling these for, well, I got this for under $200 with a discount, so It was about $190, which is phenomenal value. Really incredible value for a Swiss-made, well-built watch of this standard. I don't think you could really get a better watch for the price, actually. And they do come in a range of colours. You've got the black dial. This is obviously like the reverse panda dial. Then you've got the standard panda dial with the silver and then the black sub-dials. I think there's even a red dial one. And then there's a silver dial with blue sub-dials as well. So all in all, this is really impressive. A very smart, classy design. Just wish it was a bit smaller. 43mm is a little bit large. I think a 41mm case would have been perfect for this. But being quite a slim watch, it doesn't feel too big. But it would have just looked very sophisticated with a 41mm case size. But that's fairly common for most watch manufacturers these days. I don't know, maybe majority of people prefer bigger case sizes, but from what I know and read in comments and things, is people do prefer that sweet spot size of between 39 and 41mm. But anyway, overall, as I said, it's a really good watch. Very, very smart. Got a great sporty feel about it. And the build quality really does feel really strong and solid. So I'll show you how that looks on the wrist now. Great, very comfortable. Sits really nicely and snug on the wrist with those curved down lugs. Look, they curve right down. Nice to see. Great colour combination, this one, I think. And those pushers, they don't really dig into the wrist, they just sit there and don't bother you at all. It's quite a wide bracelet. It does taper very slightly, not a lot. But as I said, really comfortable. Love the texture on that dial, look at that. Really nice. Cool, okay, let's take it off and I'll show you how that looks in the dark. So we'll check out that Lume now. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's bright, nice bit of Lume on the hands and those markers. A little bit of Lume on the second hand as well. And yeah, that's not bad, lasts quite well. Pretty good effort. Okay, let's just zoom in on that dial, have a look at that in a bit more detail. Yeah, that's super crisp. The logo is applied onto the dial and very fine indeed. Super sharp edges. And there, the printing on the sub-dials is very crisp as well. And they do have that texture with those concentric rings going through the dial there. Looks great. Second hand goes right to the edge there. Do like that. And those markers really well applied. Nice sharp edges as well. Filled with Lume. I quite like the choice they've gone for, that sort of, as I said, that vintage look on the Lume there. Looks great. And the Lume on the hands, slightly different colour, a bit more pale, less vintage looking, but looks alright. I'd like to see a bit more contrast on those hands, as it can be a bit difficult to read the time when it passes over the silver sub-dials. So maybe they could have done something, made it a bit thicker with maybe a blue edge on them, I don't know. But yeah, not that legible, this watch, but that's quite common with a lot of chronographs. Really crisp finishing on the bezel as well, with the markings there. Perfect. Right, well that's it. That's the GLYCINE Combat Chronograph, not the Combat Sub Chronograph, just the Combat Chronograph. It's a great everyday watch, super solid build quality, very reliable, And yeah, very attractive piece from GLYCINE. I think this is a nice one. And as I said, they do come in quite a variety of different colour schemes. So I really do hope you enjoyed looking at this one. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.